Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for your opening comments, and thanks for calling this hearing together. And again, welcome back to your old stomping grounds, Director Halpern. It's nice to see you once again. Under the heading, we used to say this in Albany all the time, under the heading of everything's been said, but not by everybody, let me make a few comments. I was going to begin my remarks by talking about March 4th, 1861, that consequential day, not only Abraham Lincoln's inauguration, but I've been scooped on that, the beginning of the Congressional Printing Office, and so appreciate that, the long history. And one of our true institutional treasures. I think we believe that, and appreciate all the comments by the chair that I agree with relative to the incredible work you do. And we have relied for that 165 years on GPO to carry out our Article I responsibilities and duties. And ensuring over the decades that it has grown into the world's largest and most celebrated information organization takes the support and the partnership with Congress. So, and I think, as you noted, the government publishing office now, I don't know why we still say printing office. I apologize for that. I should get more with the 21st century. But it does recognize it's a modern digital-first publishing service for all three branches, and it is also, remarkably, a largely self-funded agency, which is something I think most taxpayers would be happy to hear. You continue to produce, as the chair mentioned, essential printed materials like the Congressional Record, Federal Registry, and a register in the U.S. passports, and now provides e-books, digital publishing services, mobile access, and so much more, indicative of the way that Americans get their information now. So you've kept with the times and continue to adapt to that. And those innovations have lowered costs, increased efficiency, and strengthened public access, still so vital, public access to government information, all saving taxpayers money while enhancing that transparency and that accountability. And particularly, I think in an era marked by misinformation, by fractured media, coordinated efforts to distort public record, the role of trusted government authoritative information is indispensable, which is why your mission, keeping America informed, has never mattered more. The chair mentioned the Federal Depository Library Program, and how important that is to the more than 1,000, I think, depository libraries across the country that you serve, which includes, I'll just make a public service announcement for the Rochester Public Library that I'm privileged to represent, as well as the Rush Rees Library at the University of Rochester, and those are two of those libraries that provide the public in my community with a vast and constantly evolving body of information from the government, newly issued and revised documents, to resources on health, careers, military, science, and so much more. In addition, the FDLP plays a critical continuity of government role by ensuring federal information is preserved and available in dispersed locations, sort of this distributed information. So I'm interested in hearing today about the challenges you may face in administering the program as digital materials become predominant, difficulties depository libraries may encounter in managing tangible collections that have outgrown their physical space, obviously something to be concerned about, and recommendations to further modernize the programs that you may have. And I look forward to discussing, I think, some of the broader challenges you may face. Workforce, I assume, is skewing older, and I'm interested in hearing about plans to ensure critical skills and institutional knowledge are successfully passed on and preserved to the next generation. The committee, particularly the Subcommittee on Modernization and Innovation, which my good friend Ms. Bice leads, has spent time discussing how increasing the volume of legislation introduced each Congress strains legislative capacity. I'm curious whether or not efforts to alleviate that strain, such as allowing members to waive GPO proofreading, have been effective. Committees also spent, and I'll close with this, has spent a significant time examining the impact of the Loper-Bright decision on institutional capacity. And as Congress is required to draft legislation that is more specific, more technical, more complex, more detailed, needing more and more information, I'd welcome your perspective, Mr. Director, on the challenges that may pose for the GPO as we go through and enter into that sort of new era. But once again, thank you to you and your staff. Thank you for being here today. Thanks for all that you do. And certainly thank you to the chairman for holding this important hearing.